Hi, and welcome to Cat Run Figures. I'm your host, Caitlin, and today we are going to be reviewing Red Sonja issue 4. So, continuing on where we left off with issue 3, Sonja and Max have finally come face to face with the evil Goth. I don't care how his name's actually pronounced. Yes, I know I'm probably butchering it, but that's what I'm doing. So, of course, Red Sonja jumps right on into the attack, and she is dispelled by his magical amulet. And he also reveals the fact that underneath his suit jacket, he is wearing a piece of high-tech armor, something similar to a more advanced bulletproof vest. So, either way, he's protected. Continuing on, we get to see Max is trying to do everything he can to help everyone that is actually in the art museum. He's saying, hey, you need to let all these people go, blah, blah, blah. He's like, let them go or I will shoot. And he tells them that, what do you think's going on here? These are all my followers. So apparently all of these rich socialites that are a part of this dinner are in fact following the evil Goth, and it's only the cosplayers that are serving as their waitstaff are the only unknowing participants in all this. So continuing on, we get to see Max's partner is concerned about him, and she's trying to track him down. So, while inside the art museum, we see that things have gotten much worse for Max and Sonja. So, interestingly enough, Goth has Max with one of his staffs, and he says that he can smell a bit of magic on him. He then asks him what his name is and where he's from, and he tells him, until we get that little thread to find out that Max is actually the very last of a kingdom of mages that Goth killed a very long time ago. The same kingdom of mages that Red Sonja failed to protect earlier on in the story in the very first issue. So we get to find out that everyone has been time displaced from this. Not just Goth, not just Red Sonja, but also Max. Max, as a small child, was transported into our time and then got brought into his family and raised like he was one of their own. So Max, all of these memories start to suddenly just flash back in his mind. He remembers the destruction of his family. He remembers the burning of his home and the fact that he is alone. So all he remembers is that he used his magic to try to find a safe place. And that is where that's when he ended up here. So with these new memories finally flooding back into his mind, Max also taps into magical powers that he was unaware that he had up until this time. So, as we get to see there, we get to see him learning magic and the horrors of losing his world. So, Max starts to pick up all of the utensils and plates using his mind. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There's some mutant type stuff going on here. So finally, Goth tells him, hey, I could use someone with your kinds of talents. You should come work for me. So Max says there's no way in hell he would work for Goth because Goth destroyed his family, he destroyed his home, and he took the life from him that he was meant to have. So we get to see as everything crashes to the ground. And I actually really like the looks of him right there. I gotta tell you, he looks a lot like the character design for Grayson. I mean, very similar character design in this book. But, of course, Goth wipes it off by saying, typical millennial, you offer them a job opportunity and they just won't take it. You know what? I take offense to that, okay? Because technically I'm put into that whole millennial category, and that's bullshit. All right? Bullshit. Moving on. So, Goth, being the jerk that he is, he takes a sword out of his cane. Yes, his cane was actually hiding a sword. And he basically tries to shank Max with it. So Max cripples to the ground while Red Sonja rushes to try to protect him, just in time for a horrible demon to pop on in. Because, you know, Goth just has him at the beck and call. And Goth tells him that the final guest of tonight's dinner, the demon beast of Calron. So, of course, he has to backhand his demon beast for being late to the party, and then tells him to finish off the rest of the people left within this dinner. So Red Sonja is doing everything she can to try to protect Max, because she swore an oath to protect the Merovingians, and he is the last of them. So she will give her life in order to protect him. And he said that he swore an oath of his own to protect and serve. And there are innocent civilians out there that don't deserve to be eaten by a demon beast. So finally, we get to see an oath going on, a little bit of a pact between Red Sonja and Max, where they both swear to save all of the civilians, even if it means their death. And Max says, death? Red Sonja says, death, but not to the civilians. So, of course, we get to see all of the cosplayers trying to rush out of the dinner, while the art museum is literally just being destroyed all around them. And I gotta tell you, I love this design of the creature right there. I mean, my gosh. My gosh. So, of course, they are all around a number of ancient weapons from Red Sonja's time. So, of course, she has a small armory around her. She's making it work to the best of her ability. And it doesn't really matter, no matter how many times or how many parts of this beast she cuts off, they grow back. So they're kind of screwed. And Red Sonja says, Max, I could really use some of that magic right about now. And he's saying, hey, I was just a kid when I learned that stuff. So then the beast breathes fire at them, and he's like, yeah, I'll try to learn. I'll try to figure something out. So Max's partner shows up just as part of the art museum is collapsing. And when she rushes out and she hears Max and Sonja's names, she asks where they are, and she finds out that they were in the North Wing. And that's the one that has just collapsed. So, in the very end of the comic, we're not sure. Are they dead? Are they in the belly of the beast? Where are Red Sonja and Max? We don't know, but I'm definitely going to be picking up issue 5 to find out. So, Red Sonja for me has been a really, really fun read. I've really been enjoying the art, and I'm definitely keeping up with it. I like the fact that she's really a fish out of water in our time, but she's found a friend in Max, someone that she can trust and someone that she can even speak the same language with, especially now that he is the last of his people. I don't really buy him just picking up on magic like that, but it's comics. It's comics, so it's okay. So yeah, give me a like if you like this video. Comment below and tell me whether or not you're reading Red Sonja. And if you're enjoying it as much as I am, subscribe to my channel for more comic book content, or check out any of the older videos I have up for offer here on Cat Run Figures. And until next time, I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye.